Druid Dragonborn. Because probably some of these characters will die.
So I am still not seeing the weapon for my character.
Which character?
It's Golnar is at the top, but then I switched it to Shoddy, but it never updated. I'm a little lost on.
Okay.
Yeah, my character's on the top right.
So if you are looking at Shoddy's character sheet.
Hold on. In D&D and Beyond, or in...
Nope. No, we're not doing anything at all in Beyond anymore.
Okay.
All right.
The only things we're ever going to do in Beyond from here is do level ups when you hit those levels.
Oh, I have to have it. Oh my gosh.
All my stuff is equipped already, so well, I'm able to use it. It says in like the corner, it says not equipped, like on the thing, but I still can roll it and equip it just fine. So I'm gonna leave it the way it is because
that should be fine.
He has all his. He has all his. And he has all his, but for some reason, Tony doesn't have any weapons.
Yeah, so, Roy, it looks like you found the button for your mace, and then if you click on the chat log and you hit that attack button, it'll actually roll the attack.
So if you hit on the chat log.
Yeah, so the chat log, the little chat bubbles in the upper right, is the window you'll keep open most of the time.
Okay.
Okay.
So you'll see how it has mace showing up a bunch of times because you clicked your mace a few different times. Yeah, you just need to click it once, and then in that pop-up, hit the attack roll. And there is your mace attack.
Roy was doing the same thing I was. Why isn't it working?
Yeah, the chat log is your friend. The chat log will have most of the stuff that you want to pay attention to that's not on the map itself.
Oh, the player sheets are huge.
I love this. Like, I love these player sheets. Everything is so interactive. Like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, one other useful thing to know about your character sheets. If you want to minimize it while you're looking at the map, you just need to double click at the upper edge of the character sheet where you get the little like pan arrows.
Oh, that's convenient.
Nice.
And it'll minimize your sheet down, so you don't need to actually close it. And you can just double click again to pop it open when you actually want to use it.
Woo! Look at that.
Getting technical up in here.
It's like the fancy car of D&D programs.
This is way better than
tabletop. They've put a lot of work into making this user-friendly, which compared to some other software that is clearly designed by like super nerds who don't understand user-friendliness, is a really nice choice.
And you can have multiple open.
It was designed by super nerds that understand user-friendliness.
Right.
Front-end designers, not back-end designers.
Create. So what you're telling me is by gamers for gamers.
Yes.
Well, yes, of course. But you know, which gamers is important.
This is by like the Call of Duty gamers versus the League of Legends gamers. Simple-minded.
That's true. If it was designed by League of Legends gamers, they would have made design choices specifically to make people hate playing their characters.
Exactly.
Welcome to the League of Draven.
Oh my god. It's not even the worst champ. I can't even go 24 hours without thinking about League of Legends. I really need to be checked into a hospital.
I used to be real bad.
It's, you know what? When I look at it, it could be crap, you know? At least it's just League.
Right.
Oh, one other thing that I forgot to point out that's also there for you. If you look in the upper portion of Foundry, you should see your character name and some a HUD drop down below it with like inventory features, spells, attributes, effects, utility.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's where I
So
was
you've
trying.
you've also got drop down options from there.
That's where I was trying to find my weapon, but it's not there.
Yeah, so your weapon may not show up there because it's not equipped. So if you go into your inventory, like if you want to equip, say, Golnar's dagger, right click on the dagger and you can click equip.
You can also, the way I did it was in the edit, on the what is this sheet, the character sheet?
Yep.
In the backpack, I just pushed the little shield thingy on the right side.
One thing that people like is a little bit weird is that shield doesn't show up if you're in edit mode. So you have to turn off edit mode to make sure that shows up. So that's one space I've seen that get a little confusing to people. But yeah, you can absolutely click that little shield there.
Where was this alternate place?
The alternate place for roles is when your token is selected on the map. So like right now, it'll only work with the ones that I've put on this map.
That's okay.
When your token is selected, you have a HUD drop down at the upper portion of the map. Like you should see your character name and then inventory features, attributes, effects. And so you can also turn on different effects there. Like if you are a rogue and you decide you want to hide, you can turn on hiding.
Oh,
or,
yeah, like
even if you're not a rogue, you can, hide. But
hiding or like total cover.
Or
stunned.
if you, if you get attacked and you get knocked unconscious, you can mark yourself unconscious, things like that.
All right. I'm slowly getting it. Thank you for being patient with me while I figure this awesome
Beebs, you
thing
want
out.
some salad?
I feel like we're all gonna have a bunch of questions.
Yeah, of course. I am always happy to answer questions. I run learn to play stuff all the time, so I am very used to pausing and helping people out along the way. So never feel bad about asking questions. And of course, I expect that things won't stick the first time, but after you've had a chance to actually use them in play a few times, it's a lot easier to remember. So feel free to ask questions as we go along the way, and I trust that everyone will get there as we get practice.
Right.
Anything that's already something you're worrying about before we jump into our adventure?
Not that I can foresee.
Yeah, nothing I can think of.
I just have one question.
Yes.
For those of us with spells, do we have we had to choose them already?
For people who are preparing spells, excellent question. If you open up your character sheet and go over to your spell list.
With the little book?
Yep, the little book icon opens up your spell list. You will see that down the right side of your spell list are a bunch of grayed out gear icons. The ones that are prepared today you can designate by just clicking it. I guess they're kind of more like a sunburst than a gear, but you click them and they will be bright black instead of grayed out. And so you can mark which ones are prepared that way.
Okay. I don't have enough for that to matter yet, so. For my wizard, I mean. He's got his cantrips, which I'm pretty sure you don't need to prepare cantrips.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Cantrips, everybody's got prepared automatically. But your first level spells, you'll pick which one or ones are prepared.
I'm not seeing anything that's grayed out, so do I just assume?
I think that means they're all like prepared or equipped.
Which character are you looking at?
Golnar.
Right. So Golnar. Yes. So as a sorcerer, you don't ever have to prepare spells.
Okay, cool.
Every spell you know is always prepared. Prepared spells are for clerics, druids, and wizards to worry about. Oh,
you know those nerds.
Yeah. And paladins.
Oh, those.
But not sorcerers and warlocks. Sorcerers and warlocks can always cast any spells they know.
Oh man, I should have made Peebs a peanut butter paladin.
So you just click on them to prepare.
Yep, just click on the little sun gear icon, and that will mark it as the ones you have prepared. And then some of you will also see ones that are like solid, that are marked always prepared.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
I don't want to
Thank you. I need to, I guess I don't need to do that now? Or
go ahead and do that now.
okay.
Ah, 10.
All right, I've done that with Vompin. And then I don't have anything that has a sun on it for Garrus yet. So I'm going to guess he has one thing, and I think it's an attribute that I picked. So, like, it's find familiar, and it doesn't have a thing on it. So.
Yeah. So, which of your characters would you like to be the one that you are, actively controlling first?
That we are actively controlling first?
Yeah. First
I would
into
like
the breach.
Agathor.
I'll let everybody else go first.
Right. We have Agathor.
Chat, we have any requests for who we're running first?
I'll probably go with Kanagith.
Not Tony.
I guess I will go with I'll go with Garrus first. I'll be the 75-year-old old man.
So what classes are those three?
Kanagith is a paladin.
Okay.
Garrus is a wizard.
We are.
And Agathor is a rogue.
Okay, wizard, paladin, rogue. I'll stick with Cedar then. I'll give us some range other than spells.
Cedar?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll do Masha.
One more cheesecake bite. Cheesecake.
So, are we able to change those from the ones that are on there? Or do you...
Yep. So you can again in the lower left.
Just click on the
Right-click your name, click user configuration, and pick
select
that person.
And it still shows my token as Vompin.
Oh, yep,
Yeah.
because I haven't put new tokens out on this map because this was just a testing map anyway.
Oh,
On
okay.
the real map
Oh.
is where you will have your new tokens.
Okay,
Okay,
well,
yeah.
Me.
Yeah, because I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, why is it still him?
will it also update? Oh no, never mind. I think I see how that. Nope. So I still only see Golnar at the like HUD.
Yep, because that's the token that's on the map
Okay,
right now.
that's connected.
So
to
as
that.
soon as I move you to the map where we're actually starting the game and not just the testing stuff map, you
Okay.
should see the correct characters.
I just didn't realize they were connected.
Yep.
Oh my god, excuse me.
So, one little
Excuse me.
technical thing as we start. You will see in Discord someone that looks like they're talking but not saying anything right now, marked GM friend. That is my music bot.
Okay.
You can adjust the music up and down as you see fit, or turn it off entirely if you got your own stuff you're listening to. But I have that, set up so everyone can put it at their own volume. And so that's for, ambiance and stuff as we go. So here is our opening. And so you can adjust your sound as we open.
And where is that again?
It's in Discord.
The GM friend. If you right click on it, the user volume pops up, just like you do just anybody else's volume in Discord.
I will switch my playlist over to the soft.
I think that's good. What do you guys think, chat? Is that too loud or?
I don't know who just quacked.
It was not me.
Was not me.
Well, the one that says Ducky, I mean...
I don't just quack! Not for free!
Wait a minute, what are the points for that?
There's not points, that's real money, baby.
Ah, faro. So, in bit-wise, that's...
Ducky got quiet.
500 bits.
I
I had to think about it. I had to think how much a quack was worth.
You heard that, chat? 500 bits to make Ducky quack.
Let's go.
Hey.
Good thing I get paid on Friday.
Oh no. No, not during the Friday feeding stream.
Ooh.
So, everyone got your volume set up?
Yeah.
I think so.
Alright. So, the group of you have all been traveling together for some days in a caravan headed toward a town that you have heard was in need of adventures, and the town is still a few weeks away. When you are beginning to settle down into camp for the night, when suddenly dark storm clouds appear on the horizon, and they quickly cover the skies, opening down a torrential flood and you all too late realize that the caravan seems to have been at a low point in a valley between two small hills as the water begins to swamp the wagons and animals begin to panic. The various wagon drovers and merchants of the caravan set to trying to save their goods and tame their beasts, and meanwhile ask you adventuring sorts to go off looking for a source of shelter. You do not need to wander too far down the road when you see the glowing light of a fireplace in a building off in the distance.
I've seen this movie.
So should we split off then?
No.
No.
Well, I would like to do a perception check to see what this building looks like.
I'd agree with that.
You don't need to make a roll. You can see that the building is a large manor house, perhaps 4 stories tall.
Yeesh. I mean, you want to get away from civilization. This is the place to be, out here in the middle of nowhere, right?
It's like Roya said, I've seen this movie before.
But as you turn to look behind you to point out to the rest of the caravan that you found a source of shelter, you see that it appears that they have already been washed away in swiftly rising floodwaters.
Too real.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Well, that happened.
So, having nowhere else to go but uphill, you are able to approach this imposing manor house.
Whoa.
As you draw closer, you see that it has stone walls stained with soot, tall, narrow windows, and high, steeply peaked roofs.
I like the rain. I like that effect. That is
Yeah,
so
that is
awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Is the map supposed to be like all blacked out?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
Okay.
don't know what's...
I just wanted to make sure mine wasn't.
If you don't have dark vision, you don't have any torches going in this torrential downpour. They would not, stay lit for very long.
I have a
So
candle
all
I
you
can
see
cup over.
is these 2 flickering oil lanterns on either side of this portico.
Doorway?
A small stone arch overlooking the front entrance of the house. A wrought iron gate swings gently in the wind, hanging open, with imposing wooden double doors just beyond. The doors are old and weathered, the wood darkened by time, but they still look very solid.
I go ahead and knock at the door.
Yeah, who's gonna knock?
Can we look around the back first? Can we I don't like knocking on the front door of this creepy mansion, man.
You can absolutely look around the back.
One of you youngsters can do it.
Whoever's knocking on the door, you can move your token up to the door to knock on it.
I'm already at the door, I think.
Is that you that's next to me?
Yeah.
Is that you tickling
so
me?
There's the stone gate, and then right here in front of it is the door.
Whoop.
One of you youngsters knock on the door there, please.
We're getting there.
How do I move my token?
You should be able to just click and drag.
not doing anything.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Whoop. Double clicking does nothing.
Oh.
Oh, how'd you do that?
That was me clicking and dragging. You can also try just so make sure you are on the token controls on the left side. If you switched over to using drawing tools, it won't work.
Yeah, I'm on
And make
token.
sure you have select tokens. Right.
Is it select targets or?
Nope, not tokens. I mean, not targets.
There it is.
Tokens.
Yeah, I got it. Got it.
Yep. Let me see, because I thought I saw some of you moving your tokens around on the previous menu. But
I was
I
able
don't
to
know
spin it.
why.
Oh.
You can also you should also just be able to use arrow keys.
Movement is set to combat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why
it's
is
not currently my
why is
turn.
movement set to combat? It shouldn't be.
That's ominous.
Yeah. That. Wait a minute.
Already.
Whoa.
I usually have to wait for initiative.
Like,
Like going Scoop.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Like Scoop, who rolled for initiative.
I'm really old,
Oh, wait.
guys.
Don't worry, I got that perfectly covered. Where was it?
Yeah, select. Move is the drag.
Really?
Try it now.
One time somebody did an Ara redeem and asked
Looks
me
like
to
that
do a
opened.
Scooby-Doo laugh. Okay,
Sorry.
now it works.
All right, now everybody's able to move around properly. Good.
I didn't mean to reveal that. I'm sorry.
It looks like it only gets revealed to you, because I don't see anything new.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
I
You're
do. I'm
not
still
seeing
dark
anything.
next to me.
Yeah. So again, everyone should be able to see the space by the two torches or
Yeah.
the two
Mhm.
lanterns in front. But yeah, if you don't have dark vision, everything else is in a dark haze of the stormy night.
Hey, there's windows over here.
There are indeed.
Yeah.
As you approach the windows, you can see up into what appears to be a well-appointed drawing room or study.
Hang on, the glass is kind of fogged up.
Oh.
From what I can see inside, I don't know what. I think those are dogs. There's like 3 of them.
That don't look good. Can I use my rangerness to figure out if they're alive or just like, because I see the stuffed antler.
Yeah, I
Maybe
can see
they're
there's-
like
Uh,
Here,
Yes,
I'll move out
as
the
you-
way so
as
you can
you,
see. There you go.
Hoist yourself up to the window to see the beasts in a fearsome snarl are fixed in place, motionless, leading you to believe that they are probably stuffed.
All right,
All right.
those,
Oh,
at least right now, not moving. Those dogs, not real.
well, you may want to step to the side because I can't grab my person. There we go.
You can move around with Wazda.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
I guess I'll get closer and see what.
I
What are
know.
you
I'm
youngins
just-
looking at?
The stuffed animals that are in there.
Oh,
There's
hit a
3.
wall.
There's like 1 in front of this window, or to the side of the window, and then there's
Oh.
2 far away.
Neat.
Okay, there's like a long hallway over here, off to the side,
It's
but then there's a bunch of
cold out
walls.
here. Why are we still standing out here?
Didn't one of you
Yes,
knock on the door?
Indeed, yep.
I think
There's
someone
been
did.
no answer to your knock upon the door so far.
I'm gonna try knocking harder.
You
Are
knock
there any, like-
harder, and the door swings open. It
Pardon?
appears to
going
have been left unlatched.
Pardon the
What's
intrusion.
out there? These old
And
bones
so-
can't
Hey.
take back.
Hey, do any of you guys have dark vision?
No,
No.
I don't.
Okay,
Not with
I have
Cedar.
hang on, I got a candle.
I do have dark vision.
I'm a tiefling, so I should have it.
You should have it, yeah.
I'm still outside. Are there any like balconies or anything?
There are indeed. You can see that there is a balcony off the 3rd floor.
The 3rd
Wait a minute, where are you at?
floor. I'm outside.
Oh, you're way up here. No, wait, that's someone else. Oh, you're right there.
Hold on, I've
No, I
got.
was looking at the mouse cursors trying to figure out where people are at.
Trying to see if there are any
Well,
other
I
windows.
probably would not be able to make that jump even with my mirthful
No,
leaps.
absolutely not.
Dang.
You think that perhaps in much better weather it might be a manageable climb, but with the walls slick with rainwater, you fear you would fall and break your neck.
How high do they need to get to? Or how high do you think you need to be able to make that jump?
I can't see.
I'm not suggesting.
Will you get off of me?
So as you make your way into the entry hallway,
Okay, I can't fly until level 3.
the
We kind of need Roy
The
in here to
rain,
tell us what we're not
blessedly,
seeing.
does not continue to pelt you once you make your way inside the doors.
I can't tell if I'm inside or not because it's
And,
still black to me.
Yep, you are now inside the entryway. You should see that the rain is not falling down over you right now anymore.
No, for me, I
and
don't.
Out of the wind, you believe you could light a torch or a candle.
I do have a candle. Okay.
Okay.
Usability?
You don't.
I forgot that I had dark vision as Garrus.
Right there.
I'm not a stinky
that
ranger.
actually
Don't be
placed
mean
it
to me,
on the
Cam.
ground rather than on your character. Let me fix that. Remind me which character is the one you're playing?
Agathor.
Right, Agathor.
Yeah, because it didn't light up anything. All I saw was
Yeah.
like a blue hue.
Hey,
That's
Shadow. Yeah, I'm
unlimited.
playing D&D with some
Alright, so
YouTuber friends.
Agathor, you light just a candle?
Yes.
Alright. So you...
Oh, there we go.
light a
Oh,
candle.
Oh, hey.
And now everyone can see around you and can make out the details that were only black and white to those of you with dark vision before. You see that this entryway is dominated by a single very large portrait hanging in
Oh, wait a minute.
on the wall.
Oh,
Oh, who's that?
That was so
handsome devil?
scary.
I know. I was like, wait a minute. I need to check. Uh-oh.
So here is the portrait you find hanging on in the front wall.
Always. What a stash. Gnarly.
Is it loading really slow for anyone else? Just me?
It is.
Oh yeah, mine's
Yeah.
loading like it's about Matrix printer.
I just wanted to make
Hey,
sure.
God,
it
I think
wasn't-
someone's using the phone.
It's these old
She
eyes.
She has like a smug look on her face.
Where am I supposed to be seeing this?
It just
You
popped up
should
for
have gotten
me.
a pop-up.
Yeah, it popped up for me.
Nope.
That is a sweet stash, though.
No, Shadow. The guy
Oh, yeah,
that
it
I'm
is.
playing as is
Here, I
essentially
also
Look at that
my
included
stash.
the
own
chat log,
tiefling.
yeah.
Okay.
So there has to
So,
be
yes.
So
like
if you didn't
oil
get the
here.
pop-up, it's in the chat log and you can click on it for a larger version.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool, a sword.
Is there any like information underneath that, like other than their names?
No, all it has is the plaque with the names saying Mr. Gustav and Ms. Elizabeth Durst with their children Thornbolt and Rosavalda.
Thornbolt, that's
Ooh.
a cool name.
What about the little baby?
There is no mention of the little baby in the plaque.
Can I roll like a history check or something to see if that sounds familiar?
Absolutely.
Ooh, that is a good. I didn't think of that one.
First roll. Here we go.
Ooh.
Nice!
The first one of the game.
Grandpa forgot to take his medicine again. He don't remember not nothing.
Who brought this guy?
Hey, Valley.
You seem to remember some proud barbarian warrior with that name until you think again and you're like, no, that was Droost, not Durst.
Hang on,
Similar,
let me see here.
but
Let me
not the
check.
same.
Sorry, guys. That was first.
All right,
I
I'll.
kind of want to.
Let's see how my
Thanks,
history
Valley.
goes, Grandpa.
You just accidentally did a self-roll, it looks like.
Whoop. Okay, how do you do an everybody roll?
Public.
Yep.
Actually, for
So,
rolls like this, where you
public.
won't know whether you failed or not, if you put it to blind GM roll,
Okay.
that way I will know whether you got a, nat 1 and I should give you some fake information, or you rolled well and I should give you some real information.
Well, this doesn't help because I just rolled an 18. Now it's probably going to be something stupid. But whatever. All right, roll.
So is there a way to hide it when you click the skill? Or does it just automatically roll it when you click it?
When you click the skill, it'll automatically it should do whatever is in your drop down in the chat log right now.
Okay, thank you for that.
So
I'll just remember that the next time I do it so not everybody can laugh at me.
before you get much farther in this room, let me tell you what you are finding. Most notably, as you opened the front door, or the door from the entryway into the main hall here, you heard the chiming of a clock, only 6 times.
It's 6
p.m. or 6 a.m.?
It's probably 6. Hang on, let me. By the wind, it is probably 6 p.m.
Yeah, you were settling down to make camp for the night when the storm rolled in, so you're fairly certain 6 p.m.
Okay.
Rap needs his nap.
For the care package.
Let's
Yes,
go check out this front room that we saw through the windows.
Hang on. Oh, do I not have that ability?
So this main hall that you're already in.
Stretch.
Wait, I thought rogues had.
What's your question?
I thought rogues had sense traps, but I guess not.
Do have a question.
I believe that's something you get at a later level.
Probably.
I could be wrong. But, yeah. So this area is dominated by a black marble fireplace, which, yes, one of you observed does have a longsword hanging over the mantelpiece.
I don't think we should touch it. I don't think we should touch anything.
That the walls are covered in wood panels which have been engraved with images of flowering vines with nymphs and satyrs frolicking among them.
Can I do would it be a history or a culture check or?
What are you wondering about them?
Is it any kind of folk tale or myth or whatever that comes from satyr peoples?
Go ahead and roll religion for that.
Religion. One moment. Where is my religion? Oh no, I forgot he's a himbo.
They don't strike any particular memories within you now.
Could I do a perception check on the sword to see how it looks, if there's any details or anything on it?
You don't need to roll anything for that. As you look at the sword, it looks well made, but not amazingly ornate. You see that the pommel has the image of a windmill engraved into it.
Should I be concerned that in the top left corner of my screen, this is called the Death House?
No, there's no reason to be concerned about that at all.
She's been calling it that this whole time.
Yeah.
No.
I'm
just
gonna go
going
into
in,
this
okay.
room.
So, yes, you open the door onto the room that you observed from outside.
Oh, nice. I needed an
Could
ice
I-
fire.
Looking
what
in,
would
you
that
see
be?
that the room is illuminated by a pleasant glow from the fireplace.
I don't think that would be Arcana. Could I do it in...
The wolves
well, there's a
are
windmill on the pommel.
yeah. The wolves are much more definitely taxidermied as you move forward now. And you see that
We'll circle
the
back
room
to
has
that.
clearly been set up as a hunter's den. You see the mounted stag's head over the fireplace. The
Dag!
chairs parked in front of the fireplace are also draped in some furs with a big bear rug underneath. And you also notice that a pair of small toys seem to have been misplaced underneath one of the big armchairs.
Kids.
Two cabinets flank the walls.
And I do like an investigation or like something a check to see if there are really any like footprints or anything around the room, because clearly somebody has been in here to light this fireplace.
So one thing I will mention here at this point, because this seems to be an appropriate time, I know a number of DMs run the difference between investigation and perception differently, so I will just kind of let y'all know how I see it as far as this game goes.
Hey,
To me, perception is noticing whether something is there, and investigation is about interpreting things that you already have observed. So, perception
Thanks for the
would
raid,
be what you
Ginger.
need to notice footprints. Once you've found footprints, investigation might tell you things like, yes, this was, a very, bulky person. So maybe like an orcish warrior rather than a lithe elven rogue by the like depth of the footprint and things like that.
I always thought of it
Okay.
like perception is noticing something and investigation is searching it.
And yeah, that's how some GMs run it. So like if you are searching a room for like secret doors, that's perception. If you found a secret door, but you need to figure out like how to get it open because that's not immediately obvious, like there's no obvious latch or something, that's when investigation would come into play. Investigation is for understanding.
Okay. Then I guess it would be a perception roll.
Yep, yeah, go ahead and make me a blind perception roll. you are fairly certain that no footprints have been left here. The room is swept quite clean. But
So there's no ash or anything around the fireplace?
nope, no ash around the fireplace, no dust on the floor.
Could I
Yes,
look in this
Ginger?
cabinet that I'm on right here and see if there's anything inside of it?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
Like any clues to see if someone's been here recently? Because I mean, the fireplace is going. To see if there's anyone who's been here recently.
Yeah, so, as you open that cabinet, you see that it contains a number of various day-to-day items. You see a small wooden box, perhaps 7 inches by 4 inches by 2 inches, a collection of glassware, perhaps for drinking wine or liquor, and finally you also see a small piece of embroidery. Looks very much like a child's practice needlework. You see that it is a depiction of a boy and a girl holding the hands of a woman with the clumsily stitched words, "For Miss Clara," written underneath. However, the face of the woman appears to have been hacked out of the needlework.
Somebody didn't like Miss Clara.
Hey everyone, in this cabinet I found a small box. Looks like some glassware, something to drink out of. But what's interesting is I found this little embroidery. I hold it up to kind of show everyone. And it says for Miss Clara, so maybe that's the woman in the picture? But the face
No, her name was
missing.
Elizabeth.
Is it for Miss Clara or poor Miss Clara?
For Miss Clara.
For.
You said there were toys under one of these, what's this called? Chairs?
Yes. As you go to take a look.
Hey, Meskin, how's it going?
You see that the toys are small stuffed animal versions of the wolves. So little plushies. And clumsy stitchwork on the bellies of the wolves marks one with the word rose and the other with the word thorn.
Doing pretty good, just playing some D&D with a Code
There
of
was
Death
only
crew.
2, and you said Rose and Thorn?
Rose and thorn, yes.
That's cute, Ginger. Okay.
Oh yeah, so far it's really
I'm
fun.
not a magic-y person, but I feel like I don't know.
I'm a magic-y person, so if it looks like magic, I can check it.
Give it a sniff, wizard man.
Okay, I'm gonna make an Arcana check to see if and it's gonna be a blind GM roll, right?
So, yeah, if you want to just
Did that fix it, Ginger?
You don't have to roll. You don't see any signs of arcane glyphs.
I forgot to add my mic
on
to the thing.
There's nothing magic about this item.
Well, they could be enchanted. That just wouldn't show up to a, casual inspection.
absolutely does. Peppy.
It's
Anything
really
crazy
fun to
chance
play
like that.
Metsuki if you can find some people who know how to play and take time with people. It's really fun. While they're doing that, can I look inside the small box that's here in the cabinet? I'm pretty sure I know what it is. If there's glassware and the small embroidery, it's probably like silverware or something, or needlepoint. But could I take a look inside?
Yeah, you take a look inside, and it is actually neither of those things.
Oh.
It contains a deck of cards.
Playing
What kind of
cards?
cards?
Yep, playing cards. They
Can-
bear like just simple block print images, so they're not like hand painted lacquered cards or anything like that. So it's not an expensive deck of playing cards, but perfectly functional.
Can I do anything to see if there's anything fishy about them? Anything to like mark them, or I'm a bard. Sleight of hand, perception.
So this one would actually be where investigation comes into play.
Investigation.
Aha! Let me see what my investigation is at. Ooh, it's a +3. Let's go.
Okay.
Wait, who has the better investigation
I
check?
have 4.
All right, I'll let you do it. I hand the deck of cards over to Roya, or damn it, what's Roya's character's name? Masha. I hand the cards to Masha. Could you check these out and see if there's anything fishy or anything about them?
What my roll type? The one thing that I wish is I wish you could resize things.
What do you mean?
Investigation. Oh, I put private GM roll.
Yeah, so private means you and I see it. Blind is only I see it. But that's fine. No need to re-roll this time. You spend some time studying them.
Oh my gosh,
and
8 hours
they seem
coding?
perfectly normal.
Yeah, go sleep, Ginger.
No, marks or hidden messages or anything like that. And as you finish studying the deck, you hear the clock chime the quarter hour.
Can I check this front door again?
Yep, you head back and look. The front door continues to swing and bang in the wind from where y'all left it hanging open.
I just want to say, I shouldn't say that because I feel like that's bringing my own theory into the situation. Never mind.
Well, is it your theory or is it kind of like your character's theory?
Well, it's me looking at.
If you feel like it's too metagamey, go ahead and not say it. That's fine.
Okay.
Question: would I be able to go ahead and take a look behind this portrait and see if there's anything either on the wall or on the back?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good.
You search the portrait and the wall behind it, and you find nothing out of the ordinary about them.
Garrus is enjoying the warm fire.
Speaking of the warm fire, can I is there any fire poker around that I can poke around in the fire and see if there's any like how long the fire's been going, maybe?
There was not, strangely enough.
Can we go ahead and check this cabinet over
Actually,
here?
the real question is what's burning in the fire? Is it logs or...
Yep, it appears to be logs.
Can I look at the taxidermied wolves and see if either of them have any kind of denotation as rose or thorn?
Yeah,
go
because there's
ahead
3
and
of
make
them,
me
but
a
only 2
wisdom
dolls.
roll.
Well,
A
one.
wisdom roll?
Well, 2 of them can be the kids, and the other one could be the baby that the guy was holding.
But I don't think those were the names of the kids. I mean, granted,
The kids'
you know.
names were Thornbolt and Rosavalda.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
So it
Rosavalda?
seems reasonable that Rose and Thorn are nicknames for them.
Okay.
Thorns a butt to what?
I don't know. I just wrote down Rose.
Rose and Thorn.
TPR descriptions.
Would I be able to go ahead and check this cabinet that I'm standing on?
Indeed, that cabinet appears to be locked.
Oh wait, I have my thief. Oh no, wait. Never mind. It's not in game. It's not in game that I would know this. Never mind.
Hey, anybody know how to deal with a lock?
A what?
We have a rogue?
Maybe.
Think you can get this open for me?
Let me check. I should have.
You should have these tools, yep.
Yes, I do. My thieves' tools. Let me just rummage around. Nobody looking here. Keep your eyes away. Thieves' tools.
Yep, so it put a card in the chat log, just like a weapon does. So you'll have to go and click on the roll for that.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, dexterity. It should be
Yep.
blind GM roll, right?
These ones don't need to be blind. You'll know whether you succeeded or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's things like knowledge, where, like, you don't know if I say, like, no, you know nothing, if it's because you rolled well and you really should know nothing, or if it's because you rolled poorly.
Okay.
Whereas, like, things that you'll know immediately whether you succeeded or not in character, like using thieves' tools to pick a lock, or using athletics to jump over pit, you'll know right away if you succeeded or failed. So if you failed, you know, because you fell in the pit.
So I would just click on the dexterity thieves tools,
Yep,
and
click
it'll
on
just...
the dexterity thieves tools, and it'll automatically roll with the appropriate bonus.
So I didn't see anything about the wolf connection?
No, nothing about the wolves seemed to connect the taxidermied ones like one-to-one to the stuffed ones. You think they probably just, the kids wanted their own and so got stuffed versions.
Okay. Hopefully.
The lock eludes you for the moment.
Damn. All right.
You think if you spend enough time, you could probably get it open, but it's a little tricky for just a quick fiddle.
Why not just like?
How's it going with the lock?
It's going all right. Just hands are a little wet because of the rain, and it's been a long day of travel.
Mind if I give it a try real quick?
Sure, you can give it a try.
Can I use a strength to try to pry it open?
You can attempt to do so. Do you have a
Claire,
crowbar or anything like that?
The stretch posture.
Or are you just trying to use your bare fingers?
Let's take a look.
Punch the door. Just punch it.
I need to do a
I'll just try to pry it open with my hands.
Redeem.
All right, go ahead and give me a straight up strength roll then.
Oof.
Oh, that was a saving throw, but that's fine.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
They're both the same bonus for you. If you want to roll strength, you click the one that's like at the top of your character sheet. The saving throws are the ones in the little box on the right. Yeah, since they're the same bonus, it's same either way. You try and grip your fingers in to the edge there, but all you get for your trouble are a number of splinters. Take a point of damage.
What are you guys doing?
That is
We're
some serious
we're trying to
splinters.
open
Definitely breaking and entering.
This. No, it isn't. It's not breaking and entering if the door was open.
We
that's
entered
something.
and now we're breaking things, so I feel like that's breaking and entering, or
Hey,
at least entering
hey.
and then breaking.
We're making
Nothing
so
is
much
broke yet.
racket. We're making so much racket.
Well, looks like I wasn't able to get it. You want to keep working on it. Has anybody got a light?
I don't.
I have a candle. Do you need me to follow you?
I was gonna see if we should keep taking a look around the house, see if anybody else is here.
Yeah, I think we should.
Mhm. There's a couple more rooms.
All right.
And
Let's
there's,
All the other members of your
Go
party
over here.
congregate in the den with the fireplace to huddle and keep warm, while the 5 of you go exploring.
Who's got the light?
I do.
Guess I'll come.
have
You
the-
gotta go in first. I can't see nothing.
Shiny
This door
stuff is in
swings
here.
open onto a well-appointed dining room, also paneled in wood. It is dominated by a carved mahogany
what is that?
table with 8 high-backed chairs, each
Sweet
sporting,
mahogany.
nicely sculpted armrests and cushion
Mahogany.
seats. A crystal chandelier hangs unlit over the table, which is set with polished silverware and crystal cut glasses, which dazzle in your candlelight.
Are
you see
there-
mounted over the fireplace is a painting of an alpine vale.
Are there any?
The paneling in this room is carved with images of deer roaming throughout a forest.
I can see.
Are there any candles on the chandelier that I can light to light the room up?
There are indeed.
Nice.
You-
But I don't think I'm tall enough to reach the chandelier, even if I stand on the table.
Well, there's typically a way to lower a chandelier.
Yes, you see that there is a way to lower the chandelier in order to light it. And so you are able to do so and
Thanks for
fill
calling,
the
Preppy.
room with a cozy glow.
Okay.
How are you doing today?
Is there any food or anything like that on the table, or
is
is it just like
indeed.
clean?
The table is set with a delicious looking feast.
Don't eat
there
anything.
are
Thanks for the care pack.
grand platters with roasted poultry, perfectly cooked cuts of beef that still steam lightly, plates of sliced cheeses and fresh fruits, and loaves of freshly baked bread.
Hello,
like
hello,
f-
Pandemos. How are you doing? this
Fey,
stuff looks
Fey
so good.
magic rule number 1: you don't eat anything. Don't say please or thank you, and don't take things that have been left on the floor in front of you.
Well, this isn't on
So how
the
you
floor.
doing
It's
today,
on
Preppy?
the...
That was rule
I-
number 1: don't eat things.
I love you, Pandemos. All right, Ducky. Here it is. Ara, ara.
Ugh. Ooh. It makes me uncomfortable when anybody does it.
What's wrong with our hours?
I think the boys are playing Elden Ring. I'm so sorry if that is coming through.
And it's not perception. It would be an investigation to look at the crap, I keep getting confused on it. So, like, look at the painting, if there's anything behind it or anything like that.
Already look.
If
Oh,
you
by the
want
painting.
to,
Behind this one? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to be
the
loud.
one that's over the fireplace, just to take a peek. I'm not going to even ask you to roll. It's quite evident that there is nothing but solid stone behind the painting.
Dang.
Is there anything under the table or any of the chairs?
I know you
Not
saved up a
under
lot
this
for that,
table.
and I love you for it, Pandemos.
What'd you say, Tiff? I'm sorry.
Nothing is under the table. Nope.
Okay.
I say in character, it seems quite odd that this feast would be here and nobody would be here to be eating it.
You're not
Yes, I
wrong
agree.
there.
It is kind of odd.
Not only that, but the fire in the other room.
So there has to be someone here.
That would
More
be
or
my
less, I
conclusion
mean-
as well.
People here.
What are the silverware made out of?
So
Like what? Silver? Can I use sleight of hand to snag one of the?
No.
Damn it!
No
Well, no. This
stealing.
is in game, so you don't know what I'm doing.
He's got
Well,
a point.
As you're discussing the strangeness that no one is here, however, you do hear what seems to be the wail of an infant coming from somewhere above.
My ears aren't it's what I used to be, but
Did y'all hear that?
that sounds like a child.
Can I roll a insight or perception
Nature.
to nature, yeah, to see if it's like a
Human.
human or if it's like a
Human.
simulated cry?
It's
Simulated cry.
or humanoid at least.
Humanoid. Oh crap, monkeys.
So it's definitely not some kind of creature I may have run into in the wilds. Heard.
While everyone's
It doesn't
distracted,
sound
can I
like it.
can I use sleight of hand to snag one of the fancy forks?
Go
At least
ahead
take a
and make roll.
knife.
No, true. Oh, that's sneak attack. Wait, do I have sleight of hand? Oh crap. Wait, yeah, I should. Where is it?
You're a rogue. Everybody has sleight of hand. It's towards the bottom. It's a dex.
Yeah.
Right above
Ooh.
stealth.
So I would need to change this to blind GM roll.
Mhm.
And as we kind of go investigate, I'm heading out of the room and I reach out and snag a knife or a fork.
As far as you can tell, no one's noticed.
Do we know where the... Hey, did y'all hear where that baby was crying from?
Am I
Sounded like
stand-
it came from upstairs.
Am I standing by a door? I see a thing.
Yeah.
Click
Yes.
Yeah.
You see there are two doors that you have not yet opened on the ground
Oh.
floor here.
I need the
Um,
light. There's one right
Someone
here.
just opened the one in the main hall, which you
Right.
can see
Oh, here?
leads
Yeah.
into a coat closet.
Ooh, fancy.
A number of
Good night, Ginger.
overcoats and cloaks hang within, as well as a dusty hat and cane up on the top shelf.
Hey, old man, I found you a cane.
Oh my god.
I have my quarterstaff, but thank you very much.
Do any of the coats or the hat or anything have like name tag or any identifiers or anything on them?
No, they don't.
You guys like my old man? What?
Perfect.
That's great.
Excellent.
How? So we heard the clock earlier. Can
was-
I? What?
I was gonna say it rang at 6:15.
Yeah. Can anybody tell where? Like, is it also coming from upstairs?
Hard to tell.
Okay.
Okay, we love the all-around clock noises.
Okay,
Oh,
we're
there's
going
another one.
upstairs, I guess.
Well, there's another door right here if we want to open
Someone
that.
just
We
went
can.
upstairs. I think Plum did.
I was trying to see if there was anything behind the staircase. Didn't work.
I can't see into the door, so I can't. Like, I can't.
It's a kitchen.
There we go.
Oh,
Ooh,
All
nice.
right. Yes.
oh, there's
You
another
do
door
find,
right here.
as you head into that room, that there is a kitchen there. Again, it looks quite well appointed.
Do the tools
Very
look like they
neat
have been
and
used?
tidy. There's a few things that you notice. The tools are not dirty as if they had been recently used, but they could certainly have seen some use. There is a cutting board and a rolling pin sitting out on the work table, and a small dome-shaped oven standing against the wall. You see a small door which clearly leads into the pantry at the back of the kitchen.
Food.
Is there anything in the
Calories.
pantry?
You also notice that in the knife block, the largest of the kitchen knives appears to be missing. Not the one that's out on the table, but another one, even larger than that one, has been
Poopy.
misplaced somewhere. Yes, there is food in the pantry. You see that the pantry contains a number of different bins of produce of various sorts, bags of grain, and also appears to be the place where dishware is stored. You specifically notice that one plate appears to have been knocked off of the shelf and lying in broken pieces on the floor. Almost the only thing you've seen out of place, other than the toys, since you've entered.
Is there anything special about this plate? Like, is it made of a different material? Does it have a different, like, design or anything?
No, it appears to be very similar to other plates. However, there is an empty spot on the shelf where the plate was knocked down from, with an antique copper pot behind it.
Oh, copper
Can I
potted
grab
him
that
good.
pot?
You grab the pot, and something rattles inside.
I'd like to look inside the pot, Jim.
All right, inside the pot, you find a number of items. You see a bottle of wine, a folded piece of lace, a vial with a brownish powder within it, and a bouquet of wilted flowers with
What
a
kind of
small
flowers?
scroll of sunflowers with a small scroll of paper tied around the stems.
Can I open the scroll of paper?
Absolutely.
You're the dragon
Opening
warrior.
The paper that was wrapped around the flower stems, you see that it reads, "For the light of my life, G."
What was the name?
G.
G. Oh, G.
The initial G.
Was it like signed G or for
Yeah,
the
like it
love of
was
my
signed
life,
G.
comma G? Okay. Okay. Can I probably shouldn't smell the brown powder. Can I do like a insight or like medicine check or something? Or who's got a good medicine skill? I feel like that would be that they should do the check on that.
Medicine, I've got a
Nah.
+3.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just got a +1.
I have -1, so.
Oh, where you at?
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Anyone but me.
Where do I?
Go right ahead.
Well, I've got a. What do you have?
I have a +2, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
I was about to say I got a +3 if you want me to do it.
I mean, you can both do one. If
Are
one
you
doesn't
just
turn up.
attempting to visually study the powder inside the vial, or are you gonna like take it out and manipulate it in some way?
Yes, Garrus has no shame, and he just takes the powder and begins to examine it.
All right.
Thoroughly.
Yeah.
While they have it out of
Uncorking the vial and rubbing a bit of the powder between your fingers, you can tell that it appears to be the dried residue of some sort of perfume.
This is perfume.
What's it smell like?
The smell is no longer good. You're not sure what it used to be, but it now smells rancid.
It smells kind of moldy.
Well,
Air.
close it back up. Because now we're gonna smell like it.
Wait, if it smells moldy and it's perfume, do any of you guys know how long it takes for that to evaporate into a powder?
No idea. Probably a long time.
That I don't know.
Can do a
What
history
about
check on that if you want.
You think it's a long time. You're not sure exactly.
Yeah.
You think it's a long time.
What about the
flowers to have dried?
Yeah, that's a long time. What about the lace? You said it was folded?
Yep. The lace you unfold to find that it is a dainty handkerchief with the initial K embroidered in one corner.
And what was the other thing? Oh, a bottle of wine. What kind of wine?
The wine indicates that it is from a winery called the Wizard of Wines. And the vintage is called Champagne de l'Estop.
Does the wine have like a date on it as to when it was made?
It does not.
Okay. So I wouldn't be able to tell how old it is by the label.
Fortunately not.
I'd like to take the brown powder, the handkerchief, and the scroll. And I would like to place those in my pockets.
Absolutely.
That's gonna make your pockets really smelly.
I will make sure to close the bottle of disgusting dust. Do not worry, Gramps.
As you tuck those things away into your pocket, go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. Oh no.
Great. Yep.
Oh no, 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 no. I've made a grave mistake. You said dexterity? Okay, hold on. That's up at the top?
Yep, top right.
Please.
All right. You leap out of the way just in time as one of the knives whips out of the knife block of its own volition and slams with a quivering thud into the wall, bare inches from your head.
Holy crap! That
my gosh!
That killed you. That's out of game.
Okay. Did anybody else see that? Maybe we should leave that alone.
I mean, I've already dodged the knife once. Is it going to continue to happen if I take these things? I feel like they're kind of important.
gonna leave this area now.
Yeah, I'm gonna head out. You can stay here.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I liked
keeping
my
on.
armchair.
Garrus, as you return to the den, you see that the storm has grown in intensity outside until you can barely see a foot beyond the windows. The rain seems to have been joined with coiling mists.
We are not. I call out from the living room. We are not going to be leaving this place anytime soon. Some fog has blown in.
Oh,
Are you
and
sure?
it seemed
I
like
mean,
such
I got
a
a
good time for
candle.
a shower.
It would not be advisable to leave in these conditions.
You hear the clock ringing out once again, chiming half past.
All right, has anybody
So
been
now
able
it's
to lay
7
their
o'clock?
eyes on that clock?
Oh,
No, I haven't.
My old bones would not be able to take it.
it's either upstairs or it's not real.
Wait, so you said it chimed half past again, so is it still 6:30
that's
or is it
6:30.
That
7
would be
o'clock?
6:30.
Wait.
Why did
wait.
it chime 6:30
It
twice?
was a quarter.
The first time was 6:15.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I'm never mind.
No worries.
I'm a goober.
Well, shall we go ahead and check the next floor?
We shall.
I hate stairs.
Come on, old
I'm
timer,
gonna
we
stay
got
down
you.
here, Greg. Hold on, I'm adding those things to my thing. One momentito.
Oh, that's super cool that it does it automatically.
Uh-huh.
Whoa!
Wait,
So-
cool things are happening.
You reach the top or the next landing on the staircase. As you see, it does continue to spiral up further. But here on the second floor, there are unlit oil lamps mounted on the walls of an elegant upper hall. Once again, there is a fireplace made of black marble in the opposite wall, and here, 4 suits of armor, armed with spears, stand flanking double doors on either side of the hall, while a smaller door is directly off of the stairwell.
My good man,
You
could
see
you light
that
the lamps
each
again?
pair. Sorry, you see that each pair of doors is carved with images of dancing young men and women.
Very nice craftsmanship.
My eyes aren't as good as they used to be.
Can I light the oil lamps with the candle?
Yep. You light up these lamps, and this area is rather easier to see in now.
Thank you.
Am I able to take a look to see if these oil lamps are just hanging there or if they are mounted to?
They are mounted to the wall.
Sconces? No, just
Alright.
lamps, probably.
All right, there he goes again, making words up.
Yes.
Let's check
They
this
cannot easily
side
be
door
removed
off
from the
first.
wall, but they do at least illuminate the hallway easily enough. The side door is unadorned. A fairly simple door, which swings inward to reveal a simply appointed room. This one bears no decoration, a pair of narrow beds with straw stuffed mattresses, and a simple footlocker at the base of each.
Reminds me of the barracks.
Reminds me of the orphanage I was in.
Definitely doesn't seem nice enough for the rich people we saw in the picture downstairs.
Yeah, this is like servants' quarters for sure.
Probably servants' quarters.
Could I check
What's in this
this
door off to the side here? There's two of
In
them.
the door off to the left, you see what appears to be a small washroom with basins on top of a shelf and a pair of chamber pots tucked underneath. Mounted into the wall nearest the stairwell is a small door which you see opens up onto a dumbwaiter.
Dumbwaiter. Does it go down to the kitchen? We didn't see a dumbwaiter in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check it out.
Yep, there was a dumbwaiter in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can I go ahead and check the footlocker I'm standing at?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna. Go ahead.
Looking in the footlocker, you see that it is entirely empty.
Can I check my footlocker?
That one contains a set of neatly folded clothing. Very simple, dark brown trousers and an unbleached linen shirt.
Got nothing in this one. What about yours?
There seems to be a set of clothes in this one. Kind of like servants' clothes, it looks like.
You'd expect that they probably are, yes.
Are they like well, they're servants' clothes, so I was gonna say, are they kind of like, since we don't know the time frame of who's been here and stuff like that, are they like real fragile when I touch them, or are they just kind of like, okay?
Yeah, they don't look moth-eaten or anything like that.
Okay, may come back for those later. And you said in this room here has like chamber pots and stuff like that in it?
Yep, chamber pots and wash basins.
Okay. I wasn't sure because on my screen it shows like hats and and coats like the one downstairs.
Is there anything in the dumbwaiter?
The dumbwaiter is empty. Rising it up, you think that it could easily move a fairly large meal, but is definitely not large enough for anyone, even a halfling, to crawl inside.
Well, have y'all noticed anything out here while we were checking the room?
I haven't heard any noises.
I feel like I should probably do a check. I mean, like, the statues are definitely suspicious. They're gonna do something around these doors. I don't trust anything with a weapon since that knife ran into the wall.
Go ahead and give me a perception roll. Alright, everything appears perfectly harmless about these suits of armor. The armor is clearly decorative. You wouldn't want to trust it to ward off a blow in a fight, as it's too thin to be functional. The spears look entirely functional, though. But they are loose enough in the armor's hands that you could wrench one free if you so chose.
No.
Oh.
It's a no for me, dog.
Can we investigate the spears before we touch them?
They seem like, perfectly functional, like slightly decorative. Like a little bit of engraving into the spear blades, but nothing too fancy.
What kind of engraving? Hold on. You can't just say just nothing fancy engraved. They're just engraved.
Just geometric lines like triangles.
I'm
I mean, I could
suspicious.
take one down and you can look at it better.
If you would like to take one down, I would like to move.
Does it have an insignia on it, or is it just a geometric drawing?
Just a geometric drawing, although as you study it closer, you do see that each one appears to bear the same smith's mark stamped in it as well.
Okay. I don't see that as very significant, so I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
Did I miss anything while I was away, by the way?
The armor just seems like armor.
Okay.
Special.
The footlockers in the rooms, one had nothing, and the other one had like servant, kind of like peasant clothes in it, which don't look like moth-ridden or like worn or anything like that.
I did hear that. Okay, so that's where we're at. Okay, I haven't missed.
What does the smith's mark look like?
The smith's mark is just a bisected circle with the letter R afterward.
Hang on, I will be right back. Would I be able to take a look at the sword over this mantle to see if there's a smith mark on it?
Yeah, you go and look, and sure enough, it does seem to bear the mark of the same blacksmith.
Looks like they were made by the same people.
That doesn't strike you as particularly surprising, given that, most folks only know one weaponsmith in their town, unless they live in a particularly large city. Yeah?
True. What did you say was here at the end? You said it was a fireplace, and what was over it?
Yep. Mounted over that fireplace is a painting of a windmill surrounded by a field of grass.
It's also a windmill in the pommel of the sword.
I was just about to say that too. So there may
Can we put the
be.
sword on top of this fireplace, maybe?
Is there a place for the sword to hang on this?
And no, there is no mounting near this fireplace where a sword would hang.
Is there anywhere where we could put the sword? Any like notches or maybe in one of the suits of
Nothing
armor?
around here, it seems. No.
Is there any? I take a peek. Is there anything behind the painting, or is it like the painting? Where was the other painting?
Yep, nothing behind the painting. It's just hanging right over the stone of the fireplace.
Do we want to go in one of these side rooms?
Yes. Which one should we do? Left or top or bottom?
Flip a coin.
Should we open north or south?
Let's
North.
do north.
There we go.
At this point, does it matter if I try to call out to see if anybody is here up here, or has it been a long enough time?
I feel like with all the noise we've been making, somebody would have come.
Yeah, the knife going into the wall pretty much made a good thud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall we then?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go a wassailing.
All right. Then north door opens onto a well-appointed library. You see velvet drapes hanging along the sides of the windows, while a desk, also carved out of rich mahogany, with a matching chair, are turned to face toward the entrance and the fireplace.
Whoever owned
There
this.
are two overstuffed chairs which appear to have seen rather less use.
As
Then
Garrus
the desk
walks,
chair.
is
You
there?
see
Oh, sorry.
a number of bookshelves lining one entire wall, and a separate shelf standing aside with yet more volumes.
Garrus, being somebody that enjoys knowledge, is there any books that he takes a look at the books and wonders if there's anything of interest?
As you scan the books, it appears that the vast majority of them are ledgers. Business records dating over quite a number of years.
Most of this is business.
Interestingly enough, you don't recognize the calendar that the years are marking.
The calendar for the dates is very peculiar. I've never seen anything like this. Any calendar. There's no kind of dates that I've ever seen before.
Yeah, the names of the months are unusual to you.
What is all on the desk?
On the desk, you see a few blank sheets of paper, quill, and a single handwritten note.
So it's paper, a will?
The paper.
Sorry, I'm just making notes.
The paper says, Mr. and Mrs. Durst, in light of my current condition, I respectfully ask your leave for a brief time away from my responsibilities. While my devotion to your dear children makes this decision difficult, I have taken it upon myself to find a solution that, I hope, will serve your household well. A good acquaintance of mine is experienced in the care of children, and I believe that she could assume my role during my temporary leave without difficulty. I realize that my request is not without its complications. However, my years serving your family have shown me the depth of your understanding and compassion. I truly feel that I have become a part of this family, and I look forward to bringing another member of that family into this world. Yours sincerely, Clara.
For Clara.
Everyone, from seeing on this paper here on the desk, it looks like their old caregiver might have took some leave, some time off, and said that they're getting a new caregiver, and the old one's name was Claire. So that may be the embroidery or the name from the embroidery from downstairs.
That might also explain the empty footlocker in the next room over.
Ooh, wait, then that all that stuff that was in the pot was also to Clara.
So, do y'all think that the master of the house was involved with Claire, and that's why she had to leave?
Possibility.
Perhaps his name was Guslav, and the note did say from G, so
There's the text in the chat log in case you want that.
Ah, there we go.
You have the whole document written out.
Yeah, because I'm over here making making little notes. It's like, all right,
oh,
leave away.
also
many.
I've been taking bullet point notes if you so you don't have to worry too heavily about if you miss something.
Yeah, I've been for me. I've been taking like notes of what my character has done since in game your characters wouldn't know, but something my character would know.
I've just been taking very general notes. Okay. So that's
Oh,
the
Claire's with a
bookshelf.
K.
Is there anything else interesting in here on the desk or anything?
Wait, Cedar, on the
Yes.
handkerchief it had a K on it, right?
That is correct.
Huh.
We could also be misinterpreting and jumping to the conclusion that these were a romantic gift and not a gift for her return, or a gift for her farewell.
I mean, potentially, but hold on, where was it? The scroll said for the light of my life, which leads me to a more romantic gesture. You don't really call a cool friend that you're just happy to see again the light of your life, unless it's like your dog.
Yeah, and then the lady of the house kind of found out and was gonna do something about it unless she left. That's why maybe the embroidery, the woman's face was torn out because Miss Durst was getting jealous. Because I guess the kids were favoring her more?
I mean that's a lot of speculation on just a note, but I do think there is a little bit more to it than. Are there any like drawers in the desk or anything that we can rummage through?
There is a drawer in the desk. You find that it contains a number of spare quills, some sealing wax, and an ink pot, and more loose blank pages.
What kind of seal is the? Like, do we see the seal?
No, there's no actual like pressed seal or anything.
Okay.
It's just the wax that could be used to press a seal. So it's just little wax pellets.
Just the sealing wax and not the stamp.
The seal. Okay.
Yep, not the stamp.
But see, I'm sorry, I'm kind of going back to the note, to the note. One of the lines is I realize that my request is not without its complications, so something must have happened.
Well, if she's the like caretaker of the children, because I mean, these are obviously very well-off people. That she's probably like a nanny. So, just being like, I gotta dip, yo. Sorry about your kids, but I'm gone.
Yeah, deuces.
Like that's you can't really, that's how I interpreted it anyway. But I mean, let's investigate more.
Wonder what was wrong with Clara.
Yeah. It says current condition, so I felt like maybe she was ill or something, but we shall see, perhaps.
Ooh.
Another conclusion. I've jumped. I've landed.
Now, what is this over here on the wall? Another fireplace or just
Yep, that's another fireplace.
Anything special on top of it on the mantle or anything?
Nothing mounted on this one at all.
Can we tell what Mr. Durst's business was that he has all these ledgers for?
That would be something you could absolutely do with some investigation.
Who had the best investigation? I forgot.
I have a 4.
Probably you, yeah. Yeah, because I only got a 3.
All right. You spend some time looking through the ledgers, and it appears that he was originally a merchant of some sort, but at uh, some point, let me see if I have an exact date for you. Yes, in the year, uh, in this strange calendar, that's definitely not the one you're used to, but in the year 355, it appears that the business suddenly began to include uh, many fees for the milling of grain.
Hmm.
Any grain in particular?
Not recorded, just marked as grain.
Okay.
So hence all the windmill, well, so far, the windmill stuff, like the painting, the engraved pommel.
Mm-hmm.
You also notice, as you are spending some time digging through these ledgers, that there is a draft coming from the northeast corner of the room.
Okay.
And the
Over
clock
here.
chimes
I think over
quarter to
here.
7.
Do y'all feel that?
Feel what?
It is a little cold in this over here. You
What
see,
I
my
do?
bones can sense those things.
Can I take a look to see if there's anything behind the bookshelf?
As you study the bookshelf, you can tell that it rings hollow. There appears to be a space behind it.
Hey, it seems like there's a dead spot behind this spot.
Let me
Should we
check
maybe
it out.
check the other room before we go looking for secret doors?
I mean, we could do that, yeah. Explore everything before we start doing the hidden places.
Not
Yeah.
a bad idea, I guess.
I mean, we can go in the hollow bookshelf if you guys want. I just feel like maybe that seems dangerous.
And us exploring this house isn't dangerous. We don't know what's going on. A knife
Hey,
went towards you and missed.
opening a door versus opening a secret bookshelf into who knows where, considering the room on one side of the library is the servants' quarters. That seems a little bit more dangerous than a door. I just,
As you approach the southern door, you hear from within the sound of music playing.
Yeah, I think the bookcase is a lot safer.
heard. I will agree with you right there. Let's maybe go mess around with some books. I love reading.
What?
All right.
I have
Couldn't
negative
there be-
intelligence.
There could be somebody in here that could help us.
You retreat
Go for it,
away
Grandpa.
from the sound of music.
Well, no.
Well, Grandpa does. He does what he says, and he opens the door.
All right, as soon as the door opens, the music stops. And
Oh,
you
that was...
see ahead of you an unattended harpsichord sitting in an elegant hall with windows covered in light gossamer drapes.
Wait, it's
fancy.
This room could be lit by a brass chandelier hanging from the ceiling. And
Is anybody
again,
in here?
the room has many nice upholstered chairs lining the northern wall.
Is this a harp in the center
There's
here?
no response.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a harp and
A harpsichord.
Harpsichord
And a
is a type of piano.
Piano.
yes.
Yeah,
All you fancy
So-
people.
I was in
They
orchestra.
are both. And you see a number of stained glass pieces hanging from the walls that each depict men, women, and children singing and playing musical instruments.
What is this on the east wall here? Over here.
Fireplace.
On the east wall is again a fireplace. This one bears a carved relief in alabaster depicting a number of well-dressed dancers.
Hmm.
This room's too fancy for my blood.
Right.
Can I tell what song was playing?
You do not recognize the song that was playing. However, there is a piece of handwritten sheet music that sits on the harpsichord.
Can I play it?
Are you proficient
I'm
in
a
any
bard.
musical instruments?
I'm proficient in like 6.
Is a harpsichord one of them?
I don't know, but I would
Please
be
tell
able
me
to
a
read
bagpipe is.
music. No, bagpipe's not.
Well, at least you could probably read the music. I don't know if you'd be able to play it.
Yes, you can read the music. You, even without knowing how to read music, can read the title of the piece, which is Clara's Waltz.
I mean, I figure a bard would be able to read music, but maybe not.
Yeah, you can read the music, and it is it is indeed a waltz.
But the title is in common, so we're able to. Any of us could read it.
Any of you can read it, but yes, as a bard, you are able to read the music, and you could perform it on any instruments that you know, if not the harpsichord.
Where do I find what? I feel like I picked musical instruments that I had, but I didn't see anywhere to pick musical instruments that I was proficient in.
Oh, the ones you were picking were proficiencies, not what you have, I think.
Okay, then I don't know where those are.
Let me take a look at your sheet.
If anything, I have my pamphlet and my lyre.
Yeah, I see lute, lyre, and viol as the ones you are proficient in.
Okay, well, I guess there's nothing I can do to help in here then.
Well, you can play the music just on one of your other instruments.
One of the
Yeah.
instruments
Just not
I'm
on.
proficient on, which isn't one of the instruments that I have on me, based on my inventory.
Oh.
Now
If you want to replace the drum in your inventory with one of the instruments you're proficient with, you can.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on moving the bookshelf out of the way.
All right. It takes you a little bit of time to examine, but eventually you find that one of the books on that shelf is in fact a false book. And as you pull forward on the book, the entire shelf swings out of the way to reveal a panel behind it. The panel is a simple, mostly unadorned sheet of wood, but it has a darker square panel with a indentation set into it, just at about chest height. The indentation is an irregular oblong carved into it.
Whose chest height?
It's my
Human
chest height. That's
chest
going to be
height.
high.
So it's, more like belly height on a Goliath, yes.
Hey, old timer.
Yes.
You able to come take a look at this real quick, see if you recognize anything or if you have any ideas?
This alabaster statue that's in here, is there any place to put the sword that's downstairs anywhere on it?
It doesn't look like it, no.
Could I try playing the song on my pan flute?
Absolutely. You begin to play the song on your pan flute, and the notes echo, creating a haunting melody filling the quiet room. Strangely, as you continue to play, the music seems to take on a life of its own, almost playing itself unbidden, using your fingers and mouth as a conduit. And as you play, you see spectral figures begin to materialize about the room, spinning and weaving in a ghostly dance. Among
Is it
them,
like go ahead. Sorry.
you recognize only two of the figures from the portrait in the entryway. You recognize Gustav, who is dancing with a woman who wears humble clothes, but bears a beautiful smile upon her face. Meanwhile, Elizabeth sits in the corner, scowling at the proceedings.
Oh gosh.
See?
Well,
as the dancers spin and twirl, the song grows faster, and the spirits accelerate to match the pace until the piece reaches a crescendo. Uh, with a swift movement, you see Elizabeth reach for a pendant around her neck, appearing to be some sort of unpolished, almost jagged piece of amber. As her fist curls around it, her eyes flash a bright, menacing yellow, almost matching the jewel, and all the dancers dissipate, swept away as if by an unseen wind. Elizabeth's ghost lingers but a moment longer, but as it dissipates, you hear the sound of scraping wood coming from somewhere to the north.
oh god, that's where I'm at.
Oh,
no.
That's
oh no.
Yep.
Me and Ducky are over here
Kanagith,
watching.
you hear the scraping from the wood panel behind you, but it does not move.
Okay, let's go see what's going on over here.
I'm gonna go ahead and call out to them.
The mantelpiece trembles, and the entire bas relief falls from above it, shattering to broken rubble on the floor.
In the music room?
in the music room. Yes.
Oh,
Is there anything behind it?
We'll go ahead and call out to the rest of the
Uh,
party. Hey, we've got something behind this wall.
Kanagith, suddenly, you see that the panel that was previously impossible to move now swings open under your hands.
Hey, whatever y'all did, this wall opened up.
What? Can we investigate the thing that crumpled? Or
yeah, I was gonna ask about that too. The alabaster statue here that crumbled, or did it? Okay.
Yep, yeah. I did not animate that one, but yes.
So that would be.
But yes, that seems to have fallen apart as it fell off of the mantelpiece and hit the floor.
So this opened up right here in the north, right?
You see among the broken pieces. Yeah, just a second. Among the broken pieces are figures that seem very similar to both Gustav and the woman he was dancing with, each of which has cracked in two, and a third female figure which appears to have miraculously not cracked at all in the collapse of the bas relief carving.
How big are these? Can we pick them up? Sorry.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can pick them up. They're probably like the broken pieces are like 5 to 10 pounds each. The intact woman is more like 25 pounds.
Well, that's really big. I don't want to carry all that.
It's heavy.
Yeah. I don't want to carry all that.
Back to Garrus at the secret door.
So I can see in through there, right?
Yeah, you see in through the secret door, which has revealed a small hidden room with an additional number of bookshelves, which are packed with old and ominous looking leather-bound tomes. At the far end of this small chamber is a heavy wooden chest with clawed iron feet. Its lid is mostly closed, except for the arm bones of the skeleton, who lies collapsed in front of the chest with its hand caught underneath the lid.
I say to the other people, I'm sorry, I don't know your names, but we seem to have a body over here. It is quite desiccated, but it is a body nonetheless.
A body.
Interesting.
Come and look at this.
The clock chimes 7.
Can I investigate the pieces and like the other statue instead of taking them with me?
Yeah, what would you like to know about them?
Are there any like I don't know, like identifiers, any like gemstones or slots or anything like noticeable about them other than the fact that they look like people we have prior knowledge of?
No, nothing like that. It looks like it was a carving of the family that, having toppled from the mantelpiece, has shattered into a number of pieces.
Okay, so nothing special.
We have a chest up there in there as well, but I am hesitant to check it out with the body in the way.
You're a wizard. Use wizard magic.
don't
You're a
have very
wizard,
much
Garrus.
wizard magic yet, but
Could I do a medical roll to see if it's a male or a female skeleton?
Yeah, you could absolutely try and figure that out. You believe it to have been a human man.
So it looks to be a male. At least based on the
Do we
bone
know how he
structure.
died?
As you examine the body, you see that sticking out of the skeleton's back are a trio of darts, which appear to have pierced through the thin leather he wore. Darts wouldn't have been enough to kill this person on their own. Which
And,
brings
So-
you to the conclusion that they were most likely poisoned.
So it looks like got hit with some poison darts.
my theory is, since his hand is on the chest, that it was a trap of some sort.
Can we look on the wall behind him for where darts may have come from?
Yes, there are absolutely a trio of holes, not in the wall, but in the ceiling.
Oh, in the ceiling. Can we block them?
How would you like to do that?
Does anybody have a shield?
I do have a shield.
Like an iron shield?
It's a wooden shield.
I have no shield.
I don't want to kill someone. Are there any other holes in the ceiling or anywhere else?
Go ahead and make me a blind perception roll.
Oh boy. Perception. Where are you, my friend?
You don't see any, no.
Would I be able to do an investigation to see if I can find a trigger mechanism?
Absolutely. Yes, you find that there is a latch along the lip of the chest, which is now exposed because it's open, but clearly when the lid was closed, the latch was held depressed, and as soon as the chest was opened, that latch triggered.
Okay.
So then it's already been triggered. It can't be triggered again?
That's the way it looks, based on Kanagith's investigation, yeah.
Can I kind of like stand off to like the corner and open it off to the side away from the holes?
It's a very narrow room, so there's not a lot of off to the side to stand in. But you do your best.
Hey, Rogue.
Hang on. Who?
Rogue.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my shield towards these holes. There is a mechanism right here at the chest. Take a look, see if it's able to be reactivated. If not, we're good. If it is, see if you can disarm it, if possible.
That's a better
Well, I
plan.
was gonna suggest, does anybody have a great sword? Because you could reach out and like lift it up and do it that way. But
I have a short sword and a
myself.
scimitar.
I have a quarter staff, but I don't know how long it is. I'm guessing that how long is this Jim? How long are these grid spaces?
5 feet.
5 feet. I definitely don't think that my quarterstaff is 10 feet long.
No, it is
if
not.
I were to do it from outside.
Dang. Well, if you're able to check if it's armed/disarmed.
Also, I'm old.
Sacrifice the old man. I like the idea of, since we can't really reach it and be protected, I take the shield and kind of hold it over my head and go to the chest and see if when I open it or if it needs to be opened to see if it's activated or not.
All right. Yep. As you keep the shield up and test the chest, it appears that the trap, having been triggered, is now no longer a threat. Nothing happens as you flip the lid open.
That's good.
Within, you see...
What is in this?
There are 3 books bound with black leather, and 5 documents rolled up in scrolls. In addition, there's a final scroll clutched in the hands of the skeleton.
So, this GM, there's no valuables like gold or anything like that?
Nope, no gold.
Yeah.
Who knows what value the books and papers might contain, but no money.
I don't,
I turn my, I move the shield down since the trap's already been open and activated, and I yell out to everyone, or not really yell because everyone's near me. Hey, there's like 3 black books here. Looks like 5 scrolls, and to the skeleton next to me, it looks like he's holding another scroll. Do you want me to bring those out and we can see what's all in it?
Yes, can you please bring those out and I shall investigate the manuscripts and the books, please. The tomes.
Was it 3 scrolls in the chest or 5?
It was 3 books, 5 scrolls, and then the skeleton was holding a scroll.
Okay. Thank you.
Grab my shield.
Okay, so I'll
walking out here.
Walk out, come over here to the desk, and place everything on it.
All right, you lay everything out upon the desk so that everyone can survey. And you begin to pour through the contents as the clock chimes 7:15.
Is the writing in common?
All of the writing is indeed in common. You find that all 3 of the black leather-bound tomes are entirely blank. Turning next to the document from the skeleton's hand, or going for one of the ones that was inside the chest?
Let's read the one with the skeleton, as that seems like it would be important.
Yeah, since he was kind of clutching that one.
All right, yes, this document clutched in the hand of the skeleton, also in common. My most pathetic servant, I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the one who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but a worm writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. Your husband took solace in the bosom of another woman, sired a bastard son, and drove you
Oh.
to abandon love for madness. Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarafich.
Okay, here we
Who
go.
Who called it?
Not my most pathetic servant. That's what an opening, by the way.
Yes.
Right.
Like, jeez. That's how
Let's-
I'm gonna start talking to people in freaking League of Legends.
So, well, we don't know. Well, this letter. Well, from what me and um, Cedar saw, while everyone was over here looking at the door, or the hidden door, me and Cedar, when we were in the let's just say it's a ballroom, when Cedar was playing the lute, right? Yeah, the lute. We saw some like spirits start dancing around, and one of them looked like I was about to say Gaston, Garrison, Gustav, and a mysterious woman dancing together. And then we saw what appeared to be the lady of the house, Miss Durst, kind of get angry and clench a. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. A pendant that was made of amber, and her eyes started glowing. And then, as she was playing, I guess you guys heard scratching or something because
yes.
I think Can, the name doesn't fully come out on my screen, but he heard, or everyone heard scratching, and then the alabaster statue, two of the figures on there kind of not really crumbled, but broke, and one of the other lady alabaster statue was perfect. So maybe Miss Durst was with the dark powers or something?
Oh, if I had to take a guess, that's what I would say.
Damn,
Sounds
I'm
pretty
good.
likely.
I'm glad I remembered all that shit.
What about the other 5 scrolls?
All right. Turning to the other 5 scrolls.
I'll wait till after the 5.
You find that 3 of them clearly bear writing of a magical nature. And between the group of you, you are able to recognize them as scrolls for the casting of Bless, Protection from Poison, and Spiritual Weapon.
Are those
Bless.
What was it? Bless?
Bless, Protection from Poison, and Spiritual Weapon.
Protection of poison
just a-
would have been good for that poor sap in there.
classic
For
just a class question? Is that how do I gain more spells by finding books, or by, I guess I'm confused as to how I get more spells.
So, wizards get some new spells in their spell book automatically when they level up, but can also put new spells in your spell book by copying them from scrolls or from other
That's
people's
what I
spell
thought.
books.
Alright, am I able to copy any of these?
I know that Bless and Spiritual Weapon are not available
Not
to wizards.
wizard ones,
I
yes.
don't recall Protection for Poison is or not.
What was the last one?
Spiritual Weapon.
Spiritual. Huh. What does spiritual weapon do?
A
Spiritual
spiritual weapon, yeah, conjures up a floating weapon that fights alongside you.
Huh.
It is especially popular for like war style clerics and for paladins.
How would I go about adding spells if that was possible?
If you find a scroll or a spell book that is a spell that you have on the wizard list, you need to acquire some uh, magically potent inks,
Ink. Yeah.
and
Okay.
then use that and take some time to copy
Mhm.
them down into the book.
All right. That makes sense. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How would I go about learning a new spell?
Remind me of the class you're talking about.
Paladin?
So paladins automatically have access to all of the spells that they're ever gonna have. You just have to pick which spells you prepare each day.
Okay.
Hmm.
And what about the last two scrolls?
The last two scrolls you find are deeds. The first one uh, is a deed that bestows upon Gustav Durst and his rightful descendants uh, the property of this manor house. The second deed bestows upon Gustav Durst and his rightful descendants the property of a windmill.
Hmm.
The family business and the family house.
With the 3 books, or the 3 books that were blank, can I test something?
What would you like to test?
I would like to take one of the quills from the desk, and you said there was ink in the desk, right?
Yep, yep.
So I'm gonna take some. Let me move around here to the other side. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm gonna pull a quill and an ink cup out.
Mm-hmm.
Open one of the books. Dip the quill in the. I like how everyone just backs up away from me. I'm gonna I'm gonna take the quill, dip it in the ink, dip, 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 dip,
Mm-hmm.
and just write something random like hello on
Right.
the
The old
piece of paper.
Tom Riddle approach.
You write out the word hello on
Hey,
the
you
book.
gotta try, okay? You gotta try things.
Hey, it worked for Harry, you know.
The word appears exactly as you imagined it should form upon the page.
To
So
All
the
the
nothing.
book.
writing is as it should be. The words do not twist, they do not contort, they do not vanish, they do not drip blood.
Try writing um something to Clara.
Okay. Uh, hmm. So I dip the ink. I dip the quill back in the ink. Dip, 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 dip. And
We're playing Phasmophobia now.
listen, there's some creepy stuff going here. There's a skeleton in a closet. We saw ghosts dancing.
Listen, I just need to start squatting in the corner going, Abigail White, Abigail White, Abigail White.
Red rum, red rum. So write something to Clara.
Or wait, hold on. Because this was a secret room behind a bookshelf. And presumably it belonged to Elizabeth. Because that one scroll was addressed to her. Try asking Mr. Strahd a question.
Actually, okay.
See if maybe that. Maybe it's a death note, and we'll just kill him, and then we win the game.
Yeah, the game's over.
That'd be too
Yeah. Quit giving the GM ideas.
You spend a few minutes trying a number of different things that you might possibly write down, none of which seems to actually do anything other than writing the words upon the page, exactly as you would expect.
Okay, everyone. The experiment or the test is done. Nothing happened. But there are a bunch of scribbles and doodles in this book now.
Can I check to see if the books are any way magical?
Why'd you draw a smiley face on this page?
I was trying different things.
Do I need to make an Arcana check?
Arcana will only tell you if there are obvious magical sigils or signs upon them. If you really want to know if something's magic, that's what the detect magic spell is for.
That makes sense. We'll go with that then. I don't have detect magic, so.
I suspect that one of the other characters y'all have access to at this time does have access to detect magic. So you take some time for them to ritually cast the spell, so it's not using up a spell slot. And so the clock does chime 7:30 before they finish casting the spell. But afterwards, they can tell you definitively there is nothing magical about these books.
Fair enough.
Hey, we want to go upstairs?
Is anybody else getting unsettled by this clock that keeps chiming?
I mean, yeah, but there's a lot of unsettling things. I just watched ghosts dance around the ballroom and then explode a statue, so, you know.
I do want to
grain of salt.
I do want to point out of game it is 9 o'clock for me, so I need
we're almost at a good stopping point. So
yeah, I gotta
hang out 5 more minutes.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll be in a good place to wrap things up.
Wait, Roya, what is your character again?
A bard.
A bard?
Doesn't matter.
All right.
I gotta write down who everyone is. Actually, I'll look on the D&D Beyond.
You ascend to the 3rd floor. And the 3rd floor is considerably less well kept than the 2 lower floors. You see signs of wear and disuse all about. The carpet is dry and musty, and the air is tinged with a strange coppery scent. As you step out onto the landing, this balcony, much like the one below, bears a suit of armor, only a single one as opposed to the 4, however. This one, however, jerks into motion as you step within reach of it.
Oh, I'm right at the top. Why did I do that?
I don't know what y'all are doing. I'm down here still looking at these blank books.
I'm so
And
gonna
so,
die.
at the beginning of our next session, we will have our first combat. As
Oh,
this
no
player
Oh,
way.
no.
is clearly here to cause you to have a very bad day.
Fact.
Perhaps
Love that.
your last very bad day.
Probably for Garrus, since I'm right next to it.
Rip
Poss-
Grandpa.
Possibly Kanagith as well.
I've lived a
So-
good life, guys.
That's
You
why
can
you
see I
don't
said
venture
wait
by
5 more minutes,
yourself.
and then we'll wrap things up.
Well, Mariah's right behind me, so.
So
But
I
yeah.
hope y'all had fun today.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
A shameless plug for folks in the audience. If you are enjoying listening in on this game, I do run games all week long as like my main thing that I do. So if you are looking for a dungeon master to run a game for you and your friends, or if you just want to play a game and have time free and are willing to play with whoever else is interested in that game from the internet, either way, that is my job. So I have a link in my channel, but any of y'all can look me up on my channel anytime, or ask for my Discord information from whichever streamer you're listening to.
It's
And
Tiffendra, right?
Yep, Tiffendra.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Thank
it's
you
been
allowing
real, guys.
me to plug that to your audiences.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, no worries.
Problem.
And I'm glad y'all have been having a good time so far. I look forward to how things shake out next time as you deal with your first real threat as a party.
We're in danger.
Yep. All right. Well, as usual, thank you for doing this for us.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is
Thank
my
you much.
pleasure.
And I hope everybody has a good night.
You too.
You
Same.
too.
Yeah, I hope everyone has a good night too.
Yeah. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Have yourself a good night.
You too. Take care.
You do the same. Oh, my PNG disappeared. Whoopsies. But we are going to be ending stream here. Let me go ahead and put some music on. But we are going to be ending stream here. We are going to be rating out to a friend of the channel, and that would be Blinks the Genie. They are currently playing Card Shop TCG. So let's go over there, show some love. Know that they're big into Baldur's Gate and D&D kind of things. So if you would like, that is our... I misspelled raid. That is our raid message. So if you guys would like to go ahead and stick around for the raid, go ahead and give that a copy and drop it in chat when we get in. But thank y'all for coming by. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope to see you guys again next Wednesday when we're doing session 2. Again, thanks for coming by. Y'all have a good one.